Okay, thank you everyone for hopping on the call. We got it to about 85 viewers, so thank you everyone for plugging into, like I mentioned, Vemma Elite Networking webinar tonight. If you're brand new on the call and never heard about this opportunity, this concept before, break out a piece of pen and a paper, write down anything that maybe you're confused on that I'm going to say, anything you have questions on, get back to whoever got you on the call. If you're already involved within Beam Elite Networking, take the notebook and pen out. Obviously going to be some great content gone over in about the next 10 to 13 minutes. I'm going to keep it short for you guys, so to hop right into it. My name is Mike Jarrell. I'm 20 years old, about to be 21 next month, which I'm excited for. From Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Went to Bloomsburg University for 2 years, where I met Nick Plague and Jesse Muntz, who were my two best friends. They introduced me to this concept, and I was very skeptical, to put it in a nutshell. I had a lot of questions, and they didn't have the answer. And that kind of turned me off, kind of, had the red flags go up. So they linked me up with a kid named Luke Kish. And I had talked to him over a computer screen, kind of like this right here, and he had told me that he made about $4,000 his first 2 months, makes well over that now. I'll touch on that in a second. But when I talked to him, when I got to know him, when I saw what he was doing, behind the scenes and how he was building his business and how he was connecting with people, it kind of clicked for me. My skepticism disappeared. So I started to kind of pick his brain, for some things that he, obviously knew that I didn't. And he said, Mike, the law of income, the law of making money, states that the marketplace will only pay you based off of the value that you bring to it. And that made me think about, my parents, what they did for a living, teachers and professors and accountants and lawyers and doctors and, financial advisors, et cetera, et cetera. And it made me realize, to kind of, put it in a nutshell, a doctor makes more money than a teacher, because a lot of us may feel that we go in the second grade classroom, maybe teach them how to count, maybe teach them some stuff for a day, maybe a week. I don't think anyone could go into the ER and perform an open heart surgery on a victim that they have in there. A doctor is a much less replaceable profession, therefore it brings more value because there's less people that are able to duplicate that profession. And I kind of got to learn more about this industry that we're doing. I'll touch on in a second. Network marketing, affiliate marketing. You can set your own value. Okay, you can plug in the number, and we have a system, which I'll also touch on, that you can plug yourself into, and you give us the number, and we give you the amount of work, the time it's going to take to reach that number. Okay, the number can be whatever you want. There's a floor. There's not really a ceiling, which is very, very exciting. So the whole concept of, word of mouth advertising, and I saw that it was performance-based, and I could set my own value. If you guys ever played sports, you know that the harder you work, the more time you're in the gym, the more time you're on the field, the more it's going to benefit you to get the spot that you need. I've been playing sports my whole life, so it really, really caught my attention. Okay, so I was very, very much more open-minded to hear about what we're working with, which is obviously a company called Vemma. It stands for Vitamins, Essential Minerals, Magnesium, and Aloe Vera. It's a 10-year-old health and wellness company based out of now Tempe, Arizona. It started with just adults. About the first 7.5 years of this company were just, again, with that Vemma juice. Okay, mom and dad would take it like their 21st birthday every single morning, a 2-ounce shot instead of taking a pill. Think of your body like a sponge. It absorbs the vitamins and nutrients much more in a liquid than, compared to a pill. So it started with mom and dad. And then the company, the CEO, BK Barreto, really wanted to get the product out there because they got a lot of great health results. Did around $100 million in that 7.5 years, which sounds like a lot of money. But in this industry, you have companies doing a lot more than that, which I'll touch on. So what he did was take that 2-ounce formula, that liquid multivitamin, which has your full serving of A through E, full spectrum vitamins, 65 plant source essential minerals, and a mangosteen fruit. Now, I'm no health expert in any way, shape, or form, but guys, look into the vitamins and minerals and the mangosteen. It's a superfruit, has antioxidants that can kill, free radical cells, stuff like that. Really great for you, but we don't get excited about that. I stopped taking my Flintstones when I was like 6. Okay, so we didn't really care about a daily vitamin. So what he did was take that Vemma formula and drop it into, essentially different delivery systems to appeal to a larger demographic. And by what I mean by larger demographic is young people. Energy drinks. We're drinking them every single day. Red Bull, Monster, Ant, even Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, Rockstar, Coffee, Power Energy, all this stuff. and we're spending money on it already. So what we kind of do now is transfer those dollars, become a consumer of a better product. You build a network, and you can get paid off the size of that network. What these companies do, you may have heard of Amway, Mary Kay, Avon, Pampered Chef, P90X, Beachbody, Organo Gold, Amazon.com, Google.com, a lot of big companies. What they do is they take their advertising budget, and instead of spending it, spending their money on commercials and billboards and radio and Pandora ads and celebrity endorsements, they take that money and they pay it back into the consumers and the affiliates like myself and your friend who got you on this call to essentially advertise a product in the same fashion. Okay, the reason that these companies are paying these celebrities is because the celebrities have a lot of influence. If they do something, if they consume a product, a large majority of people are going to follow them to do the same thing. Well, I think we underestimate the influence that we have. Look what we did with Facebook and Instagram. Real quick fact, it took the radio 38 years to reach 50,000 users. 38 years to get 50,000 people to have a radio in their household. It took television 13 years to do the same task. It took Instagram 18 months. Okay, we had the pre-established network. We were already good at recommending products and services and TV shows and commercials and restaurants and movies and anything it was, we tell our friends about it. So now they pay back that money, like I said, to us. And now instead of you going to Walmart and buying some bird, instead of you going to the gas station, to the supermarket, to GNC, you can only get it through someone who is involved, who is already a consumer of these products. So essentially we get in between the consumer and Walmart, in between the consumer and GNC, and now you're almost essentially as a middleman where you're getting the credit. We're causing sales every single day, whether you want to realize it, whether you want to admit it or not. Now you can finally get the credit. But it's not just you. You begin to build a team of people doing that exact same thing. You have a team of people working and communicating together, working towards one common goal, one common result, which I'll kind of touch on. So after they dropped it down into that different delivery systems, like I said, 4 different flavors of energy drinks. This is actually our first product that we had in iced tea, in iced coffee, a super juice, a whole protein line endorsed by Chris and Hadi Powell. The company nearly doubled. We actually did 102% growth in the United States. Only a handful of companies have ever actually done so. The company went from, like I said, around 117 million in 2012 to over 220 million in 2013 because, like I said, we are already good at doing this. And you have to kind of realize that there are phases that these companies go through where they've created thousands of millionaires. Amway, for example, has created thousands of millionaires. Their goal this year is $15 billion. The company's already been done. The industry's already proven, did $167 billion. Highest paying profession in the world. Fastest moving industry in the world. But it's the first time we finally taking this, this industry and this business model and incorporated it into a younger demographic. We now have a game plan. We have a system with Vemma Elite Networking. Basically, a book to plug into, a playbook coming out next month, tracks to lay your business on where, the numbers are predictable. Okay, the growth is sustainable, and the numbers that we have, the goals that we have our eyes set on in the next, 3 to 4, maybe 2 to 3 years, something along those lines, are absolutely over the top ridiculous. I say, take that with a grain of salt. If you're on this call, I say that very, very, very excited, but at the same time, realize that the people doing these webinars were in your shoes at one time. So I really thought about it. I thought about the concept. I loved the product. I knew my friends would. That's probably why your friends are your friends. They most likely like a lot of the same things that you do. So once I started, jumping in with the concept, I introduced this concept, this product, this business model with 8 of my friends. Actually 7. One actually is my mom. 8 people. Make a long story short, in the past 23 months, 5 of those people quit. If you guys ever played sports, ever worked a job, people quit every single day. I don't really understand why, but it happens. It's okay. 3 people stuck with it. Like I said, 1 being my mother, just supports me. Love the way the product makes her feel. 2 people ran with me on the idea of running a global business. My sister and my best friend. And through those 2 personal relationships, in 23 months, it's now led my business into around 25 to 30 different states, around 6 to 7 different countries. Has helped me get 10 people to the car qualified level. 5 of the people ended up purchasing a car. I have my company car. Add me on Facebook. You can check out pictures, paychecks, stuff like that. It's put me in a good financial situation for 20, about to be 21 years old. I'm in my own apartment right now. I have it with my girlfriend. I was able to move out. I was able to get a car. I was able to do the things I wanted to do simply because I began to open up my mind to the different ways of making money, the different ways, how to become more valuable so that the marketplace would pay me more. Okay, and now as this infrastructure is going, as we're releasing Beam Elite Networking into a larger market, okay, the numbers, like I said, are very, very over the top. Amway's goal, 15 billion. Vemma's goal, our goal, this year is around 300 million. So Amway is about to do what we do in a year from Sunday to Saturday. And the markets that we have our products in, there's enough room not just for people in Vemma, not just for your friend who got you on this call or myself or people involved with this company, every single person in the entire world. Okay, coffee, $180 billion market. It's the second highest consumed beverage in the entire world, second highest traded commodity in the entire world behind oil. McDonald's last quarter made $24.5 billion from selling the cafe coffee. No French fries, no Big Macs, no quarter pounders, no soda, no nothing. Coffee, $24.5 billion. Energy, $20 billion by 2020. Health and wellness, $100 billion market. And like I said, not just me. There's room for absolutely everyone and already in these markets, and the people are already spending the money on them. Already. Like it's already happening. The money's going out of their pocket. Now what we do is we get in between this transfer of dollars. We recommend a genuinely healthier products. Okay, there's been 4 clinical studies being done. Check out the products for yourself. Look what they can do for your body. Look at the testimonials. Watch, Chris and Honey Powell videos, YouTube, stuff like that. We recommend a genuinely healthier product, and now you get the credit instead of Walmart. You get the credit instead of GNC. You run it online. You get e-commerce websites, 2 of them. You get a mobile app to your phone. Obviously, everyone's in their phone these days. Now you can run a global business out of the palm of your hand. And in my opinion, it appeals to a lot of people. Look around. Okay, look left, look right. You won't be able to find one person who doesn't drink caffeine on a day-to-day basis. I know we've all heard the phrase, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I can't name one person who I know that eats an apple a day, but I know a lot of people who I can't even hold a conversation with until they have a cup of coffee in the morning, until they have a Fiber Energy, until they buy a Red Bull at the local gas station. We recommend a better product. Now you build a network of people consuming these products just like you do with Facebook. It's Facebook with a product and a compensation plan. And like I mentioned, guys, look around. That is what is happening in the world. I don't have to talk about how bad the economy is. Think about what's changed in the past, year that you were born, whether it's 18 years old, 25, 30, let's go 50 years. Think about the last 50 years, what's changed. Everything, except for one thing. The way that people are already earning an income. They clock in, they clock out. They say, hey, hey Kelly, hey John, hey Nick, come in at 9 o'clock, go home at 5, go on vacation in April, and eat lunch at 12 o'clock. How did your boss know you get hungry at 12 o'clock? You know what I mean? Now you can be your own boss. You can set your own hours. You can work with whoever you want, whenever you want, wherever you want. I'm in Delaware Water Gap. I'm sure we have people all around the world on this call right now because it's very, very simple. We move information faster than anyone. And guys, people are looking for what we have. 47% of America right now is less than $500 in their savings account. 75% of this country lives paycheck to paycheck, and it's not their fault. I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm not trying to be ignorant. People don't know what they don't know. 26 months ago, after I heard Luke Kish, a 19-year-old kid, made good money for his age, a hell of a lot more money than I was making working 50 hours a week. I told my mom about it. She told me not to do it. It was a risky business. Some of her friends have failed doing that. First of all, why would you ever want to take advice from someone who failed at what you're trying to be good at? But point being, she was genuinely, looking out for my best interest, trying to genuinely, help me. But she was genuinely, wrong. She did not know what she did not know. She's my mom. I love her to death. I'm not trying to talk, junk on anybody, but people don't know what they don't know. You have to realize that times are changing, and I guarantee you there's a lot of people on this call right now, a lot of people in this country that feel that they have a lot more potential than $75,000 a year, than 50 grand a year, than 100 grand a year. Now we have a vehicle where you can take that potential and plug yourself in and get paid on that value by simply drinking a drink that most of the people on this call and in this country spend money on every single day already. Transfer the dollars, you buy a better product that's going to be better for you, it's going to make you feel better, And if you want to get it for free, you get 3 people to buy what you buy, yours is free. If you can do that on a little bit of a larger scale and build a team of people getting theirs for free and a team of people building that on a larger scale, you can essentially indirectly build yourself an empire. A network as big as you want, an organization as big as you want to. Like I said, you plug in the value, we show you what you need to do to accomplish that goal. You do this much work, you make this much money. You work this hard, you make this much. It's performance-based income. It's the fairest of all games. You work, you make money. If you don't work, you don't make any money. In industries like this, in pro sports and marketing, where there's opportunities to make a lot of money, there's also opportunities to make $0. And that's where a lot of people get confused. But it's not a full-time job. Think about a half hour a day. We can teach you 30 minutes a day, a compound effect of 3 to 5 years. You can build a self-sustaining asset where you will never have to worry about money ever again in your entire life. Whether you want to believe it or not, it is already happening. This company, is in all 50 states, over 55 countries around the world. Our goal is 300 million. Our goal is $1 billion in the next 2 to 3 years. And Vemma Elite Networking, will accompany 1/3, 33% of that billion, 300 million from Luke Kish down. And we finally figured out how to do it. So guys, you do not have to be smart to make money. You have to be at the right place at the right time with the right people and the right opportunity. All you do is buy a product, no sign-up fees, membership fees, contract commitments, long-term strings attached, nothing. You buy the product. If you ever want to quit, you don't like the drink, you don't like the business, I'm sorry, but just stop buying the drink. You're not committed to anything. Okay, and now you can build that business. You can share the product with your friends, build a business, get it for free, build a business, and make as much money as you want to. So guys, to close this thing off, do not get off this call and go and talk to someone who has no idea what they're talking about. My mom did not know what she did not know. My best friends did not know what they did not know. They told me that this thing wasn't going to work, that I wasn't going to make any money when half of them worked at Subway, and they got home at night and passed an Xbox controller and a blunt, and they told me I didn't know how to make money. So if your mom and dad doesn't have $1 million, if your friends don't have $1 million, if your teachers and professors don't have $1 million, they cannot teach you how to make one. And I'm not saying we're in this thing to make $1 million. We get confused when we see rich people think we want lots of money, nice houses, big cars, stuff like that. But really what we want is the freedom to do what you want to do because you love doing it. Not because you have to worry about, I have to do this to get a paycheck. You can do it because you love to do it and your money is taken care of. 3 to 5 year plan, you can be financially free. So guys, if you have questions, connect with the person who got you on this call. Please don't think this is a get rich quick. Hope I didn't come off like that. You're not going to crack open one of these bad boys and 100 grand is going to pop out. Okay, it takes time, it takes energy, it takes effort. Okay, you don't get $1 million, then become successful. You become successful, then you achieve the monetary value. That's why people who win the lottery go broke, because they think being rich or being wealthy is just having a lot of money. It's in here. We can teach you the skills, plug you in with the system, plug you in with people who are going to guide you along this journey of, like I said, becoming financially independent at whatever age you want to. So guys, thank you for hopping on this call. Thank you for plugging in with Vemma Elite Networking. Get back to whoever got you on this call. If you have questions, hopefully you jotted down some notes. We're going to be kicking off a quick start training at exactly 10:55 p.m. It's going to be about 10 minutes long. Okay, if you were new on this call, we can launch your business tonight, get you paid this week. So get back to whoever brought you here. Let's launch your business. Plug in with a quick start I'm about to run through for the next 10 minutes. Make your list, learn the invite, have home events, plug in with Vemma Elite Networking. It's about as simple as that. Obviously, a little bit more details to come. But guys, thank you for hopping on. I'm going to play some music for a little tiny bit, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Here we go. The quick start training. Highly recommend busting out the paper and the pen for this if you're already involved. Obviously, if you're brand new, recommend it even more. 4 steps to run a successful Vemma business, to launch your business the correct way, plugging in with the system and the tools that we have. Number 1, as soon as you purchase product, that's the only way you can receive a paycheck is if you purchase product, so I definitely recommend doing that. Make a list as big as you possibly can. Don't limit yourself. Don't prejudge people. Don't judge a book by its cover. Okay, we say around 250 to 500 people. Okay, your list is essentially like a calculator. The bigger your list, okay, the more money that you potentially can make. The faster you go through that list is going to determine how fast you kind of see success. It is all on you. So 250 to 500 people, a customer list, and an affiliate list, people who may just like the product just for the health benefits, people who may love the product and also want to build a business on the side part-time. And you may kind of see that that may flip-flop over time. Customers may just want to, may actually want to be affiliates. Affiliates just want to maybe a customer. Just get the name down and give you a visual of, kind of the people that you know and, how you can obviously build this business. Treat it like $1 million business. I know I've probably said business like 25 times since I started this, but this is a business. Treat it like one, and it will pay you like one. Treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby, even though most of us could probably use an extra $500 a month. Treat it like a business, and it can pay you as much as your business can pay you. So make a large list, like I said, essentially like a calculator. And now the invite. Okay, this is very, very key. I'll study Holton Bugs when we hop off here, his cash cow videos on YouTube. Okay, you want to be in a hurry, you want to show value, and you want to take it away. So I'm going to run through a very, very quick invite in about 15 seconds. I'm going to call up my buddy Nick. Hey, Nick, what's going on, man? Look, I can't talk right now. I don't have a lot of time, and I got a question. Are you free? Yeah, Nick says, what's going on? Yeah, look, man, what are you doing Wednesday at 7 o'clock? I'm on to something big. I'm working on a big project with a couple of my friends. I'm working with a few successful people around my area. They're actually going to be at my house Wednesday at 7. I'd love for you to come out and meet them. I thought of you first, actually, when I got started with this thing, and I would love for you to meet these guys and see what we got going on. Can I count on you being there? Now, Nick's either going to say, yes, absolutely. If they're your good friends, they're probably going to say yes because it's easy. A lot of people say, oh, well, how do I talk to my friends? I don't know. You've been doing it for your whole life, so you probably know better than we do. Be natural. You're not selling anything. Hey, man, what are you doing Wednesday at 7? Great. I got some people I want you to meet. I got some I want you to see. I need you to come to my house Wednesday at 7. Well, Nick says, well, what is it? What's it about? Dude, like I said, man, I don't have a lot of time. I got a lot of people to call, but let me tell you, dude, it's like the Mona Lisa. You just got to see. Me giving you the details is like trying to give you a haircut over the phone. Just can't do it. And maybe Nick says, oh, well, I'm not going to come. If you can't tell me about it, what is it? Well, then, Nick, I guess you're not coming. I'll talk to you later. Quick. They'll call you back, I promise. Be in a hurry, show value, take it away. Very, very simple. Don't overthink this. Lead with the product. If you're meeting with people in person, get them a can of Verb in their hand. If people like the product, I've only met like 2 or 3 people that didn't like it, and I still think they were lying. Okay, people are going to like the product. They're going to be obviously open-minded to hearing about how to at least get it for free. And now when it comes to making money, most people don't have any, so they're going to be pretty open-minded to that. I recommend starting with an affiliate pack because it is going to give you the utmost amount of product, the most bang for your buck. $500, 7 cases, 168 cans, about $287 a can, something like that. Okay, all the variety, all the samples for you to hand out. You're not just buying these drinks to drink them all. They're your business tools. You recommend you represent your business, you advertise your business with that. Okay, and your second part is your intention. What is your intention? Why are you doing this thing? If you're in it to make a lot of money, I can understand that because that was my intention when I first started because I was broke. And now my intention is, like I said, I've been able to help a lot of people, meet a lot of people whose situation was not even close to where mine was at. I would complain about not having this, not having that. Meanwhile, these kids have it so much worse. So what is your intention? People do not buy what you do. They buy why you do it. Okay, this is very, very important. Your intention, people can smell it right away. If they see that you're trying to approach them with this thing just to make $100, they're going to say, if they see that you're approaching them to genuinely help their situation, whether it's health-wise or wealth-wise, they're going to buy into you. Okay, most people decide in the first 30 seconds whether they're going to listen to you or whether they're going to not. So make sure your intention is pure. This is people helping people. We will teach you how to structure your business as it goes along, but make sure your intention is pure and make sure you're building this business with the right values, with the right goals, with the right mindset in mind, for lack of a better word. What is your philosophy? Don't be a recruiter, which is what I kind of just talked about. Don't be a pro-verb salesman. You're always trying to say the right thing just to get that sale. Think about it, a car salesman. They say, hey, come in right now, right now, right now. We'll get you this car. Doesn't matter what it takes. We'll get you in and, we'll make it happen for you. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. No credit, good credit, bad credit, approved credit. We'll make it work. Okay, you don't want to do that. Say, look, I have something that could help us out. I'm going to help you. You are people. When you enroll someone in this business, you are their sponsor. You are their success coach. They are relying not solely on you. That's why the system is in place. I'll touch on that in a second. But they are relying on you to help them out when they have a problem. You are their person to call on the phone. My buddy John hates if he's on the call right now. I talk to that kid multiple times a day. He always thinks I'm going to get mad at him because he always calls me. That's the point. I'm here to help you out when you have a problem, but the system is what you should be relying on. Okay, and like Andrew Yeager says, we are plugging in with this system because we're not doing this. You're not a recruiter. We're not doing this to try to make $1 million. You're a sponsor. We're doing this to retain $1 million. Like I said on the webinar, that's why people who win the lottery go broke, because they think it's all about money. It doesn't work like that. That may work for a little bit. But that's a temporary. That's a short-term result. We want long-term. We want sustainability. We want long-term depth. We're driving depth, depth again. We are making sure that people are all on the same line. You talk to anyone within Vemma Elite Networking, they will tell you the exact same thing. So guys, make your list, 250 to 500 people. Learn the approach, study Holton Bugs, study Vemma Elite Networking. There's a couple invites. Plug in with these webinars, and then have your first 4 VSEs. Your first 4 Verve social events. Not having a business meeting at your house. Be real with yourself, and this is what I really didn't understand. Your friends, most likely, I don't really know the people on this call personally, don't know some of them, okay, but they may not look at you as someone who understands how to run a multi-million-dollar business. So if you say, I'm having a business meeting, and say, dude, we're just crushing beer cans on our foreheads, what do you know about business? That's what I thought about, Nick and Jesse. Clearly that changed now because I understood how they thought. I saw what they were seeing. It finally clicked for me. So just like, hey man, I'm having people over my house. I'm working on something big. I need you to come hear about it. I can't talk. I got a lot of people to call. Your first home event, you should call 50 people. This is from Brian Segari. Brian, I don't really know where you got it. I don't remember the source. 50 people. Get a decision, whether it's a yes or whether it's a no. 25 to 30 will say yes. Around 12 to 15 will show up. And around 5 or 6 will launch their business that night, on average. Worst case scenario, you got 30 people at your house for a home event, and 20 of them launch their business, and you get paid in a matter of hours, like Jesse Munt did. Came in on the affiliate pack, got 3 people in 1 week, did the frenzy bonus. 3 people 1 week, $600 to $700 is what your paycheck's gonna look like. You got your money back right away. You're in the green. You just launched a business in the United States, and you're already making a profit. And Jesse Munt did that in 3 hours. I've talked to people who have launched their own business, their own, traditional business, and they've been doing it for 10 years, and they're still in the red because they have money coming in, so it looks like they're doing well, but really their original loan they took out to start that business they're still paying that off. Here it's a low startup cost, and you have the ability, like I said, with that frenzy, making money back as fast as you want to, and obviously get the car and fun stuff like that. Ask the person who got you on the call about that. Your first event, 50 people. You should schedule your first 4 VSEs in your first month. Pick one day of the week. Maybe you don't have any classes that day. Maybe you don't work that day. Like I said, this is a part-time thing. Don't think it's going to take over your life. It's not designed to do that. Jim Rohn says go to school full-time, work full-time on your job, or work part-time on your fortune. A VSE should take no longer than 1 hour. So you find 1 day a week for 4 weeks in your first month where you have 1 hour free time. You call your friends, have some cold drinks, salty snacks and affiliate packs, live music, good energy, stuff like that, great people. They're going to buy into the culture. They're going to buy into you before they buy into the product and the business because, let's be honest, they most likely don't understand the capabilities that this industry has because they probably never heard of it. So they're going to buy into you first. And then to kind of close it up, the list was number 1. Your approach and your intention, your philosophy was number 2. Number 3 is your first 4 VSEs in your first month. And number 3. Number 4 is the success system. Saturday and Sunday calls at 2 o'clock. 712-432-3082. PIN is 826281. I know that because I'm on them every single weekend. They are crucial to growing your organization at the rate that you want to grow it. They're usually ran by Luke Kish, who I didn't touch on in the webinar, makes a pretty penny. I'm still not going to tell you how much he makes. Ask him if you want to know. Okay, but he is running these calls, and if I were you guys, I would want to listen to him. He's at where I want to be, and he's doing this for you, for us. not for himself. I'm sure he's heard himself talk many times. He's doing it for us. So plug in with those calls. The Friday new RA calls every Friday at I believe 5. I think the last one was at 6. Same number, same pin that I just fired off. Also ran by Luke Kish. I think we're going to have a couple other people. Jesse Munt actually ran the Millionaire Mindset call, six-figure mentorship call on Sunday. So we have a couple people kind of throwing in and out of those positions. And then your personal development, the art of the launch in Vemma Elite Networking is the main PD that you guys should be focusing on. Art Williams, The Art of Recruiting. Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect. Robert Kiyosaki, The Business of the 21st Century. Darren Hardy, Your First 7 Days, that comes with your affiliate pack. That's why we recommend buying an affiliate pack. And then the fifth one is, I believe, Jim Rohn, How to Build Your Network Marketing Company. 5 things, just 5. There's the PDF, Business of the 21st PDF on there as well with the compound effect. And then the audios with the other 3 that I mentioned. Very, very simple to plug into. You don't have to listen to it all at once. Okay, break it up in parts. Like I said, this is designed to be part-time. Realize the compound effect, what it can do for your business. Realize what it can do for your life. Okay, then your goal in your first 30 days, and we'll wrap it up with this, get on the affiliate pack. You have 60 days from the day you purchase product to upgrade. My girlfriend actually helped me do that. I upgraded. I was able to. I actually never frenzied. Don't think you have to frenzy to be successful, make a lot of money, but I was now qualified to get the car, which I picked up about 14 months ago. So get on the affiliate pack. Frenzy in your first 7 days. So we don't want you spending $500 and then struggling to make that back before your next auto goes through. Okay, purchase the affiliate pack and frenzy in your first week. Plug in with Vemma Elite Networking, the system that I just went over. It should not be very hard for you to frenzy. Like I said, Jesse did it in 3 hours. Nick Valega did it in a day. Chris Caruso has done it like 12 times. It's not that hard. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay, you getting paid is essentially what's going to happen if you do the 2 that I just mentioned. Get free product. 3 people buy what you buy. You get yours for free every single month. Shout out to Tina Dickey. She's had free product since forever, I think. She gets it every single month. Like every single month. It's crazy. I've done it 1 month. I'm really striving to do it more. So try to get that. Now you're running business at 0 cost out of your pocket. Obviously, that's great. And then rank up. Not necessarily focus on too much of ranking up. Focus on finding people who you want to help, grow an organization with, find why they want to do it, and kind of help them achieve that why. So your organization can only grow to the level of its leadership. And right now, there is no level. There's a floor. There's no ceiling. So, guys, the sky is the limit. So thank you for hopping on the webinar. Thank you for hopping on the Quick Start training call. Thank you for plugging in with Vemma Elite Networking. If you're still new, if you have not launched your business yet, you're at the right place, at the right time, with the right people, with the right opportunity to take this thing as big as you want to take it. It does not matter. You plug in the value, and we teach you how to become that valuable, or the marketplace will have no choice but to pay you that income that you feel that you deserve, and that most people probably feel the same way. So guys, thank you for hopping on. I will talk to y'all soon. Have a great night. Peace and love.